Hi, I'm Alan R. This is Motor Matters, the channel where you expect to see the latest, the greatest, the best, and sometimes something a little bit different. We featured the Jeep Gladiator at launch. I featured it when I snaffled it away from Leadfoot for a few days while he had it on test recently.
Snaffled.
Yeah, I just
Stolen at point blank gun range.
Commandeered it. Whatever word you want to use. So we did a video there as well. So now I've had it on test myself, and I didn't even let him get his grubby paws on it.
Until today.
No, you're still not. You're just going to get your grubby paws on doing some work on it today.
I shall show you.
Because we are going to do something a touch different. The Gladiator boasts of the fact that you can take off the roof, you can take off the doors, and you can do things like that to really make an off-road fun vehicle. I've challenged Leadfoot. My bionic back doesn't allow me to do all this heavy PT.
Oh, it's a foot.
Yes, that's the way it works. So I've got to get my sidekick to do the heavy graft here, and he's got to do the PT of removing all the things so we can have a bit of fun and show you how that side of the Gladiator works.
That's what you think.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, well, let's get started. Process underway. What we have to do is we need some tools. Guess where they are?
They do help, don't they?
Guess where they are?
They are there. Flip up seat.
Holds itself up.
Yeah, nice. Lockable box
Holds
underneath.
itself up.
Very neat little toolkit that says Jeep.
It's tiny.
But it
Tiny,
does the job,
tiny,
doesn't
tiny.
it? But
That's it. Right.
well, I hope it does the job. We'll see now.
We get started.
What are we going to do first?
I'm going to show you how to take the cable, what do you call this thing? Cable thing out here.
Yeah.
How you disconnect those.
Right.
And then we start to undo the doors, and then we take the doors off. But I think we should actually start with the roof.
It's probably a better
So
idea.
the roof we'll get stuck into from the driver's seat.
Okay, right.
Let's cut to that. So now, Al, there are two of us, and coincidentally there are two panels here.
Right.
So I'm going to show you how to take mine off, and then you can take yours off, and let's see if you've learned anything. So,
Drop that and flip it. Twist that. Twist that. Twist that.
we should be good to go.
It just lifts out.
It just lifts out.
Good grief. Okay. A touch simpler than I actually expected.
I think it's so simple, you might be able to manage your side.
It's not the simplicity or otherwise, it's the...
It's light as a feather, man.
Okay, well, let's see.
This is light as a feather.
Okay. There we go.
Prove that Alan isn't as useless as he thinks he is, or
Do
claims
that.
to be.
Okay. Flip that. Flip that. Flip that.
He's trying to do it faster than me.
Hup, hup.
Done.
Done.
Well done, Al. Now you
Right.
need to get out and pick it up. That's going to be your biggest challenge.
This is maybe not quite so fair.
See, we're going to manage. Voila! He has done it. Miracles never cease. Right, now we're going to do the back. So the first two panels were easy.
Yeah.
The second panel is proving to be somewhat
The
more
rear,
of
the
a
rear
challenge.
section, yeah. But
You
then
need
again,
this, and you need to undo all these bolts here
but it goes back to the old saying:
to be able to get it off.
when all else fails,
Read the instructions.
exactly.
And do you know where these instructions are? Very handily included in the
In
kit.
the little kit, can you believe it?
And they're nice and they're waterproof.
And even you can
So
read
when
the
you-
instructions.
When,
I
you're
hope.
taking them off, yeah, you got to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 bolts to come off.
Ow.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how you remove bolts, and there are a bunch of them.
It's how I remove bolts. You just
So-
stand there filming.
Well, what do you want? I mean, these cameras don't just operate themselves.
You can loosen that one.
Okay, there you go. Well, when I haven't got cameras in my hand, thank you very much. But that's how you do it. Even Leadfoot can do it. So there you go. I had to explain to him how to do it, but
Because he's
then we
quite
get
talented. Yeah, it's a very hard thing having to put this on in there and undo it.
going. So the cable, another bolt,
Bolt is removed.
cable harness
Cable
there.
harness has a little clip on here that
You
just
said so.
stops
Now
you
your
from
head's in the way.
stops you from. Well, I'm sorry about that, but in order to be able to unclip this thing, you basically just have to undo that, which is a little safety thing on the harness.
I saw that, yeah.
And once you undo that, there we go, you can then grab the harness and it should now just unclick itself. If I see how this thing works. Yeah. We'll have to edit this part out.
No, we're going to leave it, showing how you're struggling.
I think it's one of those things, once you've done it once, you push it down.
And finally he gets it. Having removed all those bolts along the bottom over there.
There were 6, and now we've done another 2
now
at the
another
top
2 at
here.
the front, yeah?
So that's a total of 8.
Yeah, and then I wonder if that's it or if there are more coming.
No, I think that is actually it. Once we've done that and the cable,
Yeah,
the cable harness.
Of course, the next question is going to be,
should be good.
How heavy is this panel?
We are going to find out how strong your back is, Mr.
And
Rosenmeyer.
the next thing is, and this is where I love what you can do with this vehicle,
Do you know
but
that
the sheer impracticality. Although maybe that's why the Gladiator has a buck.
dump it
Because I
all in the
suppose you
back?
could put it all in the back and take it with you. You could. What do you think?
We're good to go. I think we are. Well, look, it's a Jeep. We've got a skip. We can just throw all the stuff in the skip.
Listen, do you want to get fired now or later?
You can't fire slaves, Alan. You have to sell them.
You can also shoot them. Now we have the topless Jeep Gladiator.
And we have 8 bolts.
Not a topless
And
lead foot, thank goodness. Just a topless Gladiator.
What's clever is Jeep have actually given you a
Where?
convenient place to
Wait,
put all your bolts.
I can't see that. Wait. Where?
Actually, no, I don't think this is going to close.
Yeah.
Once I have the.
Okay, but there,
I'm going to leave the seat.
right, but
as
there
is.
are all these amazing storage spots. That's the point.
Completely all over the place. So
You probably should put that cable
not
a
going
bit
to break
neater
anything.
before something happens to it.
I think it'll just flap around in the wind. It'll be something for the birds to attack. Okay,
But that's how you do that.
now we do the doors.
Now we start with doors.
Let me show you.
Okay, seeing as I'm...
Remove this
Wait.
panel.
Wait. There, remove that panel.
Okay, it's actually attached with a convenient little thing.
Right.
So people like you won't lose the damn thing.
A thing.
Yeah. And then all you do is you undo that.
Undo that, right?
And same story with the cable clip. Push
In
in,
there, yeah, cable clip.
pull out.
Pull out, right.
Okay, right. You just do the other 3 doors. Remove panel.
Just
Let's see if he's learned anything.
lift
Undo
off.
that. That's it. Push that little clip in. Pull down. And there you go. Well done, Alan.
I done it.
Now we can do the other
I done it.
2, and we are done.
Complicated, but seems to have been unclipping the cable on the front door.
It's not complicated. It's just understanding how this clip works. So you have
And
to
I'm
basically.
struggling to get the camera to even show you because it's like really in a corner. But just go for it.
Well,
There we are.
There we are. There's my hand. Okay, so you basically just got to lift that up.
Right.
It's another press clip here that then
Okay.
releases that,
And
out
there
she
you go.
pops. But
Okay,
have a look
so-
at how many wires go into one door.
Yeesh, that's a lot.
And then the one thing that's going to happen
Right.
is that guys need to be careful when you've released this bolt,
Yeah.
that you don't close the door and scratch the
Scratch
paintwork.
everything, yeah.
And then there are
The
another
other thing you're going to have to do just while you're there is put that panel back. Otherwise, I'm going to have a problem driving
Who said you're driving?
because it's my test car.
Useless second hand here. I'm having to hold the door and undo this to
Well,
just show you that.
Otherwise,
there
I'll
are
grow
two-
a third arm so I can film you.
there
Okay,
are-
how's
there-
that?
There are 2 bolts, so you just
All
got
right,
to
yeah,
undo
there
these
and
2.
there.
Okay, and
Yeah.
once those are done, then the door pops off.
Right,
But I'm going to do those, and then we'll show you how the door pops off.
yeah.
Done?
Once they're finally undone, once you've got all of them undone, all you do is get your man to lift it, walk.
Job done.
Hey, you look quite good framed like that.
Cool. Okay.
And then the big thing, look at this. We've only got 2 doors off and the roof panels. I don't even think it would all fit in the back, quite
No, it
honestly.
won't. But
So
we'll
this
just put
is
it
where
down on
you
an old
decide
carpet.
for the day what mode you're going to be using this vehicle in. And hey presto, only about half an hour, a lot of sweat, and we won't even discuss the swearing from Leadfoot,
There was no swearing at
and
all.
we suddenly have a naked, topless Gladiator.
All bolts on the inside
Yeah,
off, so
right.
the windshield can do this.
Okay,
But you'll observe there's a problem.
the wipers.
Yes, and we figured out what this is for.
Right.
To take that off, which you've
Yeah,
taken off.
Okay.
But now, where we failed is we can't get this bit off because they've tightened it so tight that lifting the actual windshield wiper off, I don't want
Obviously, they just don't think anybody's going to ever do this.
I don't want to break the car,
No,
so
no.
I'm just going to put it back together, and we're going to drive it out with the windshield.
Windscreen up, which probably is not that bad an idea.
I think with the wind and everything,
Yeah.
it will be a good idea.
So we'll just
then-
sacrifice that little bit.
And then you can buy me coffee.
We'll discuss that.
We are on the road,
We're on the road, topless, roofless, doorless.
but the windshield still, we put the bolts
Windshield
back
in
up.
place, yeah.
We gave up on the
Well-
on the city window wipers.
I realized something. Do you know what would have happened to our hats if we dropped the windshield as well? We would have had a major problem.
It was part of my nefarious and evil plan, Alan.
Yeah,
I've been thwarted. But I have to say, the sensation of driving like this without a door, it's quite
weird,
unusual.
isn't it?
It's quite unusual.
That away.
Yeah, we're going to go get some coffee. Alan's buying me some coffee for my hard work. And the wind noise on the car is actually somewhat lessened with having all the doors and roof off. It's better.
Well, where am I going? Where am I going?
Let's go...
Quick! Oh, well, now the robot's gone red. So
Let's go right.
now the robot's gone red. But this is, hello, this is weird, I must tell you.
It is very strange, I have to say. You feel kind of vulnerable without
Yeah.
having a door.
Yeah,
or stuff
and we're getting
here.
some kind of odd
And you're
looks
very-
from other motorists
yeah,
as
you're
well. Have
very-
you noticed that?
You're suddenly very engaged with the outer world, I have to say.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What do you think, James?
I like it.
You like it? Yeah, there we go.
Even though it's weird.
Even though it's weird. Okay.
It's not
Alright.
weird, James, it's different.
It's very different. Right, we'll catch up on the road a little bit more once you've got
Yeah,
some...
once
Sure.
you've got some actual moving.
The traffic is loud. It's amazing how
It is, eh?
you don't pick it up otherwise.
You're kind of very, very exposed.
Well, given that it's like a ridiculously early hour in the morning,
Mm.
we need coffee. What better way to do it?
Morning order, please.
Hello, can I
Say that again.
say what again? That even slaves have to occasionally be given some nutritional sustenance, so I've been forced to buy Leadfoot some coffee now.
And I'm very grateful for it because, as I say, hour of the morning is ridiculously early. It is sun's barely up, and we've been doing nothing but hard graft getting everything off this car.
Yeah.
Actually, now that you know how to do it, it's really not a difficult process, but
And-
it is a two-man job.
I had to work incredibly hard directing him on what to do.
Well, once we figured it out, it was a case of undoing all the bolts, and
Yeah.
no, actually, really, I don't think it was a problem. It's more where do you put everything.
There's the point.
You've got to have somewhere to store all the
Absolutely
all the stuff
so, yeah.
safely.
100% agreed.
And yeah, I must say I'm getting quite used to the fact that you're in a completely open vehicle now.
Yeah.
And it's,
Hello, where's my door gone?
It's actually quite fun.
I mean, this door system, the lacking of the door is what really gets me.
Well, you're missing the side mirrors.
Yeah.
That is a challenge.
Hello.
81.90.
Yeah. Topless Gladiators brought us to the top of the world. One of the higher points in Joburg, as you can see, top of Northcliff Hill. And yeah, water tower covered in cell phone masts, etc., etc. Sign of the modern world. And just come along this way, and you'll just see where the Gladiators parked at the end of the road. We had to walk up here,
There's a
but there he is.
bit of graffiti and stuff.
No doors and everything.
Yeah, doorless, topless, whateverless. That's it.
Oh, down at the bottom again.
Back down, but the experience of driving the Gladiator naked, I think that's the term for it.
Yes.
It's different, isn't it?
I think something you said is interesting. I've been thinking about it was doing 120 on the highway in this thing with
Yeah.
as is. I think you'd probably be a bit blown away.
Buffeted may be a word for it.
Buffeted, yes.
Yeah.
Proper
But no,
James
look,
Bay.
this is seriously off-road mode. In fact, no, it's not even off-road mode. You know what this is? This is beach mode.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Beach mode, trail mode,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, sort of off to the bush for a bright type mode.
I mean, you'd be sitting like this. Now I've got my coffee.
Hey, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like little chairs almost.
Yeah, you've got a nice little seat here, built in. Very comfortable, I must say. Works for me.
And the lack of wing mirrors though on the road is an issue.
That to me was probably the biggest negative of doing this and then driving on the road.
Yeah, yeah. Because it is a big car and you can't see who's on the side of you. Not that you really
100%,
care,
yeah.
just drive over them.
So
Yeah.
you've got to be very aware, that's for sure. But look, this is not the way one would live with this vehicle, that's for sure.
No,
But you know what it is?
it's
You
fun.
can do it.
And it's fun.
Of course it is.
I'm enjoying it immensely.
Well, pity we can't just keep it like this for a week or two. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Can you imagine having it for the whole test period like this?
Yes, we have someone who quite enjoys it, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Young James in the back who got blown away a bit, but
Cool. And now we'll take it back down the hill.
Okay, I've actually handed over to Leadfoot for a few moments to drive.
I didn't hand it over, I just got in.
He demanded, tried to
It's
beat me around, beat me up to steal the keys, do whatever he could to get his hands on the wheel.
It's very, very, very strange driving without doors. And
Yeah.
without, as I do miss those
The side
huge
mirror, the wing mirrors is a major problem to me
immediately,
actually, yeah.
But I don't mind it. I haven't even changed the driving position, so I'm cramped up in tiny mode here. But
Oh,
I'm
come on,
enjoying
man.
this enormously. It's wonderful. It's a sense of just sheer openness.
It's just completely, I
There's
mean,
the road. It's just, it's wonderful.
the old saying, at one with nature.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
It's completely different. If I had one of these, I actually think I would leave it like this in my garage.
Yeah.
Because I'm only ever going to use it on weekends and when
Well,
it's a
that's the
toy.
point,
And if I get a bit wet, I get a bit wet. It's fine.
I've said
fine.
about this car that this is a weekend car.
This is a toy.
You're not really, I think you're pretty crazy if you actually use this as your everyday.
You know, I would force myself, but I could.
Yeah, look, I could force myself.
Such a feel-good vehicle.
Yeah, I could totally force myself if I really had to. But
Such a feel-good vehicle.
it's just one of those that, it would be much more fun to keep it as your toy.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Thanks, Al.
there you go.
I've enjoyed this immensely.
Now you...
And I'll let you put it back together again.
No, you are putting it back together.
I'll be behind the camera.
I'm getting another cup of coffee. In the spirit of this vehicle and what we've been doing with it, and the fact that this is not a normal test by any means, or a normal video from us by any means, let me just tell you something about the test I've done with this vehicle. I've had it for, 5-6 days now, done well over 500 kilometers, largely freeway driving, and I've averaged about 11.8 liters per 100. And I challenge most other people to try and match or beat that figure. Because I know you got, 13 point something?
13.6, somewhere around about there.
Somebody else I was
Next
watching
to-
a video the other day was riding on 15.2.
Yeah, I think if you're doing town driving, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah. Town driving, it's definitely going to be. I have to admit, I've predominantly done freeway. So
Yeah.
I have, and we took, of course, our trip to Harties yesterday, just to do it, just because we could. But summarizing that point on the vehicle, you know that it costs R1.25 million. I don't have to remind you on that fact. But it is absolutely unique. There is just nothing to compare it to. Not the Gladiator version with a buck, that's for sure.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And the more time we spend in this car, actually, the more I like it.
Yeah.
And if I actually owned one, I think I would probably leave it in the garage like this.
Oh, what a pleasure.
When you're in and you want to just drive, you
Yeah.
can. Again, with the kick-ass sound system, everyone's going to have to share your choice of tunes. But
Oh, no.
you know what?
Listen, your taste generally, that scares me.
if you're going to be a hooligan, you might as well be a hooligan.
Yeah, but
My dad like watching this music at 1,000,000 decimals.
And from the horse's mouth.
yeah, you heard it from him. But now, wait, before you go. For Motor Matters, he's William Leadfoot Kelly. I'm Alan R. See you next time.